Hello and happy Friday Eve from Radically Rational and RadicallyRational.com. Round one of the NFL draft a week from tonight. And the Bears, oh, that's right, they used to have the number one pick. I was thinking about this earlier. I can't remember as much buzz leading up to an NFL draft as we have this time around. The one thing we know for sure, there are going to be some bombshells that nobody's anticipated. That's why I'm mocking mock drafts right now. Nobody knows what's going to happen, but there is going to be chaos, and it's going to start with your Houston Texans with the number 2 overall pick. Nothing illustrates what has happened in pro football to a better degree than, and a more accurate degree than how the running back position has been devalued. I mean, these guys, they just use them till they use them up and say next. Now think about this. Saquon can't get paid. The Vikings may just part company with Dalvin Cook, if you can remember that, and Joe Mixon will be the next casualty. Not only was he not very good for the Bengals last year, sometimes in some games averaging less than 3 yards a carry, but that was before he got back into legal trouble. So next there. What do you think that sticky stuff was that umpires found in Max Scherzer's glove Wednesday night? Could it have been a melting soft praline? I mean, what do you think it was? Well, whatever it was, he got tossed, and there's a chance he's going to get a 10-game suspension. Now, Scherzer, for his part, says it was just sweat mixed with rosin, and for whatever reason, in this case, I kind of tend to believe it. And the Mets hope that Major League Baseball believes him as well. Maybe the city of Oakland should sue Las Vegas for serial theft. That is, bye-bye Oakland A's, hello Vegas. Ankle fusion surgery for Tiger, and this time just to relieve mind-bending pain. I know a lot of his problems are self-inflicted, but I feel horrible anyway. Steve Kerr, who I like a lot and respect a lot, says that there's nothing he or anyone else can do to stop Draymond Green from doing things like stomping on an opponent's chest. As I said, I respect Kerr, but his surrender to this nonsense is not a good look. All right, so what do you do if you're playing without Giannis? Well, if you're the Bucks, you jack up 49 three-point attempts, and you hit an NBA record-tying 25 of them, so Bucks and Heat now tied at 1. One other sports note, Dave Wilcox, the former 49er linebacker, was a truly great player. Went into the Hall of Fame in 2000. He died yesterday at the age of 80, and he has my eternal respect. He was a truly wonderful player. All right, so get this. Is this rich or what? Kevin McCarthy is accusing his opponents, aka Democrats, of, quote, playing partisan political games with the debt ceiling. Rational people should raise the roof over that hypocritical, ridiculous nonsense. All right, one of Trump's lawyers contends that his orangeness should not be required to return to New York to yet again deal with a legal problem. 1,314,627. The lawyer says that it would be a disruption to New York and its infrastructure and its people, and it would be a burden on people. That's Team Trump for you, always looking out for the best interests of others. I hear this all the time, and I know you do too. Trump apologists, because they tend to get sheepish about this sometimes. Well, I don't like Trump's antics, but I really love his policies. Let me ask you a question. Policies? Policies. Name one policy concerning anything. I'm not talking about a knee-jerk spasmodic reflex. I'm talking about a policy. And perpetual petulance is not a policy. Trump is seldom right about anything, see pandemic, but he's right about this. DeSantis is completely out of his league, and he has no chance whatsoever. Here's how it works. An amateur rookie jackass has no chance against a veteran professional jackass. That is not a winning strategy. Well, you know what they say? They always come in threes. Sadly, that seems to be the case when it comes to people getting shot for making honest, innocent, and non-threatening mistakes, and we're just numb to it. All right, so the codger a-hole in Kansas City says he feared his abode was being broken into. Yeah, people who are doing that always ring the doorbell first, just as a professional courtesy. He says he was afraid, and that's why he fired his gun twice at a human being standing outside his door who never threatened him at all and never attempted to enter his home. And he says that he was intimidated by the stranger's size. Ralph is 5'8", he weighs 140, and the only thing he's packing is a Saks. But there is that, black thing, right? Read the transcript or hear the actual audio recordings of those McCurtain County, Oklahoma officials lamenting the fact that it's no longer okay to lynch black people and use them for toilet paper. Now, tell me again how we don't have institutional racism in this country, ostrich. Okay, you're straight. Good for you. Other people are gay. Good for them. What do you care? What do you care? And for that matter, what do you care with people, what they do with their junk, whether it's lopping it off or building it up? What do you care? How does that impact you? It doesn't. So my suggestion, go grab a Bud Light and try to calm down. SCOTUS has delayed its abortion pill decision until tomorrow, also known as Friday, also known as Friday afternoon, when nobody's paying attention. So women of America, please accept my condolences in advance. It's Thursday morning. That means SpaceX is going to try it again at Boca Chica Beach. I've said it before. I'll say it again. That is one big ass rocket, and I know from big ass rockets. Okay, so don't get none on you, Elon. Lest you think I'm down in the dumps, quite the contrary. A couple of encouraging signs. Lying, once again, in some quarters, finally comes with a price tag. And sometimes it's $787.5 million. And another good thing, did you notice yesterday that a growing number of Republicans are telling Marjorie Taylor Greene to STFU? That's what I call progress. Okay, I'm an old guy, so I found out that as an old guy, and it's been long enough since my last booster, that I am eligible to get the bivalent COVID booster, and that's exactly what I'm going to do today. And why? Because I'm an old guy who has the aspiration of getting even older. That is rational. 420? No, man, it's just not my thing. But I will consider buying you a cold, fat tire at quitting time. And keep in mind, my quitting time comes relatively early because you can do that when you start at 1:30 a.m. Happy Friday Eve. We're radically rational.